Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to have you join us for today's session on sleep hygiene and creating a bedtime routine for ADHD. Before we dive into our topic, let me introduce to you Easy Does It Counseling, the team behind this psychoeducation and skills training series. We are an online counseling service dedicated to providing specialized care for LGBTQIA+ individuals, neurodiverse communities, and those navigating suicidality. Our team of BIPOC therapists bring a wealth of experience and a unique perspective to our work. At Easy Does It Counseling, we understand that sleep can be particularly challenging for individuals with ADHD. Racing thoughts, difficulty winding down, and irregular sleep patterns are common experiences. Our approach is rooted in the understanding that good sleep isn't just about the number of hours. It's about creating a sustainable routine that works with your unique needs and challenges. Today, we'll explore what sleep hygiene means, why it's especially important for individuals with ADHD, and most importantly, how to create a bedtime routine that works for you. Whether you're struggling with falling asleep, staying asleep, or maintaining a consistent sleep schedule, this session will provide you with practical strategies that you can start using tonight. This session is designed to be interactive, even though it is pre-recorded. I encourage you to pause, rewind, or take breaks as needed. This is your learning experience, and it's important that you engage with the material at a pace that feels right for you. So let's start by looking at what we'll cover in today's session. This overview will give you a roadmap of our discussion and help you understand what to expect. First, we'll explore what we mean by sleep hygiene and why it's a crucial aspect of ADHD management. We'll discuss how good sleep habits can impact your daily functioning and overall well-being. Next, we'll examine why establishing a bedtime routine is particularly important for individuals with ADHD. We'll look at how consistent sleep patterns can enhance focus, reduce hyperactivity, improve sleep quality, and support daily functioning. Then, we'll dive into specific techniques for creating an effective bedtime routine. This will be the heart of our session, where you'll learn practical strategies that you can implement tonight. After that, we'll discuss practice tips specifically tailored for those with ADHD. These suggestions will help you incorporate these sleep habits into your routine in a way that works for you. Finally, we'll address potential challenges that you might face when establishing new sleeping habits and explore solutions to overcome these obstacles. Throughout the session, I encourage you to think about your current sleep patterns. What aspects of your sleep routine work well? Where do you struggle? Feel free to write down any questions or thoughts that come up. We'll have time for reflection throughout the session. Remember, the goal of this session is not just to provide information, but to help you create a sleep routine that genuinely works for you and supports your ADHD management. So, what is sleep hygiene and why does it matter? Sleep hygiene refers to a set of practices and habits that promote consistent, restful sleep. Think of it as creating the perfect conditions for your body and mind to wind down and prepare for quality rest. For individuals with ADHD who often struggle with sleep regulation, these practices are particularly crucial. Now let's break down each component. The first one is set of practices for restful sleep. This includes regular bedtime and wake up times, creating an optimal sleep environment, developing pre-sleep rituals, managing daily activities that affect sleep, and establishing healthy sleep boundaries. Second is habits that promote consistency. Just like any other routine, sleep hygiene is about creating predictable patterns, building automatic behaviors, establishing reliable cues for sleep, maintaining regularity in sleep-wake cycles, and developing sustainable habits. Third is framework for better sleep quality. Good sleep hygiene helps ensure that when you do sleep, it's quality rest by optimizing your sleep environment, reducing sleep disruptions, supporting natural sleep cycles, enhancing sleep depth, and improving sleep efficiency. Fourth is structured approach to bedtime. This involves creating a systematic routine that signals your body that it's time to sleep. It reduces evening stress, promotes relaxation, makes bedtime more predictable, and creates a sense of control. And lastly, foundation for daily well-being. Quality sleep affects every aspect of your life. This includes cognitive function, emotional regulation, physical health, ADHD symptom management, and overall productivity. Think about your current sleeping habits. What time do you typically go to bed? How consistent is your sleep schedule? What activities do you do before bed? How is your sleep environment set up? And what impacts your ability to fall asleep? Take a moment to reflect on these questions. You might want to jot down some notes about your current sleep patterns and areas where you'd like to see some improvement. Feel free to pause the video here at any time. Remember, good sleep hygiene isn't about perfect adherence to strict rules. It's about creating a sustainable routine that works for you and supports your overall well-being. In our next slide, we'll explore why sleep hygiene is particularly important for individuals with ADHD. Understanding these basics will help us build an effective bedtime routine that works for your specific needs. Now let's examine why having a consistent bedtime routine is particularly crucial for individuals with ADHD. 1. It promotes consistency. A regular bedtime routine is especially important for ADHD because it creates predictability in an often unpredictable day. It helps regulate internal body clock, provides structure for transitioning to sleep, makes bedtime less overwhelming, and reduces decision fatigue at night. For example, when you do the same activities in the same order each night, your brain begins to recognize these as signals that it's time to wind down. Second, it reduces hyperactivity. Evening hyperactivity is common with ADHD, but a routine can help by gradually decreasing stimulation. It can also provide calming activities, managing evening energy levels, creating transition time, and supporting natural wind down processes. Think of it like slowly turning down the dimmer switch on a light rather than suddenly switching it off. Third is it enhances sleep quality. Better sleep quality through routine means easier time falling asleep. It also means fewer nighttime wakings, more restorative sleep, better sleep cycles, and more consistent sleep patterns. This is particularly important for ADHD brains, which often struggle with sleep regulation. And lastly, It supports daily functioning. Quality sleep from good routines leads to improved focus during the day. It also leads to better emotional regulation, enhanced memory function, reduced ADHD symptoms, and greater overall productivity. Now, take a moment to reflect on how your current sleep patterns affect your daily life. How do you function on days after good sleep versus poor sleep? So let's explore the key components of creating an effective bedtime routine. We'll break this down into manageable steps that you can implement gradually. One is set a consistent bedtime. This is your foundation for good sleep hygiene. Choose a realistic bedtime that allows 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Keep the same schedule on weekends when possible. Work backward from your required wake time. Allow for a 30-60 minute wind down period. As a practice exercise, let's calculate your ideal bedtime now. What time do you need to wake up? How many hours of sleep do you need? When should you start preparing for bed? Feel free to pause the video here. Next is establishing a wind down period. This crucial transition time helps your brain shift into sleep mode. For example, 60 minutes before bed, begin dimming lights. Turn off major screens. Start quieter activities and reduce household noise. 30 minutes before bed, change into sleep clothes. Complete your bathroom routine. Set out items for morning. Begin calming activities. Third is incorporating relaxing activities. Choose activities that help you relax, such as reading, preferably physical books, gentle stretching, light yoga, listening to calming music, mindfulness exercises, or journaling. It's important that these should be non-stimulating activities that you enjoy. Fourth is create a comfortable environment. Your sleep space should promote rest. For your physical environment, keep the room cool, which is 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. Ensure darkness. Use blackout curtains if needed. Reduce noise. Consider using a white noise machine. Remove clutter and make the bed inviting. Next is the sensory considerations. This includes comfortable bedding, soothing scents if desired, appropriate sleepwear, the right pillow for support, and adequate ventilation. And lastly, limit stimulants before bed. Be mindful of substances that can interfere with sleep. So, things to avoid late in the day: caffeine after 2 p.m., heavy meals within 3 hours of bed, intense exercise close to bedtime, alcohol, which affects sleep quality, and nicotine, which is a stimulant. Monitor medications. Discuss timing of ADHD medications with your healthcare provider. Be aware of how they affect your sleep. Plan medication schedule accordingly. Now let's create a personalized routine together. Take a moment to draft your ideal bedtime routine. Consider what time you'll start winding down, which activities you'll include, how you'll set up your environment, what you'll need to avoid. Remember, this routine should be realistic for your lifestyle, enjoyable enough to maintain, flexible when needed, progressive in nature, and sustainable long term. So now let's discuss specific tips for implementing these sleep hygiene practices, keeping in mind the unique challenges of ADHD. First, start gradually. Remember, trying to change everything at once can be overwhelming. Week 1, focus on consistent bedtime only. Pick 1 or 2 calming activities and start with just 15 minutes of wind down time. For week 2, add another component to your routine. Extend wind down time if possible. Begin working on morning wake time. For subsequent weeks, gradually add new elements. Build on what's working. Adjust timing as needed. The second point on our slide is use visual aids. Visual reminders can be extremely helpful. Create visual schedules. Make a bedtime routine chart. Use pictures or symbols. Post it where you'll see it. Make it attractive and engaging. You can also use technology. Set phone wallpaper reminders. Create digital checklists. Use sleep tracking apps. Set up a smart home routine like automated light dimming. Third is set reminders. Make it easier to stay on track. For technology-based reminders, phone alarms for wind down time. Smartwatch notifications. Calendar reminders, and bedtime apps. For environmental cues, this includes automatic light timers, evening routines linked to daily activities, visual countdown timers, location-based timers. And so now reflect on your routine. Regular evaluation helps refine your approach. Keep a simple log that includes bedtime achieved, quality of sleep, morning energy levels, and what worked, didn't work. For your weekly review, you can check progress, note patterns, make adjustments, and celebrate your successes. Now let's take a moment to do a little practice exercise. Choose your first small step. Plan your visual aids. Set up initial reminders and create a simple tracking system. Feel free to pause the video here. Now let's address common challenges that you might face when establishing a sleep routine and explore practical solutions for overcoming them. The first one is difficulty unwinding. This is especially common with ADHD due to racing thoughts and delayed sleep onset. The solution for this is progressive relaxation. Start from toes and work up. Tense and release each muscle group. Focus on physical sensations. You can also do mental strategies. Use guided imagery. Practice thought stopping. Try boring mental games. Use white noise or nature sounds. Second is restlessness. Physical restlessness can make it hard to settle for sleep. Solutions: during the day, increase physical activity. Get natural sunlight. Take movement breaks and consider timing of medications. For evening management, gentle stretching before bed, weighted blankets, calming pressure points, and comfortable sleep position. And lastly, inconsistent sleep schedule. ADHD can make maintaining routines challenging. Solution: creating flexibility. Have a minimum routine for busy days. Build in recovery strategies. Plan for schedule disruptions and maintain core sleep hours. Also, schedule management. Use anchoring activities. Create buffer zones. Plan ahead for changes and have backup routines. As we near the end of our session, let's review the key points we've covered about establishing healthy sleep hygiene with ADHD. First, we've learned that sleep hygiene is crucial for ADHD management because it helps regulate daily functioning. It improves focus and attention. It supports emotional regulation, enhances overall well-being, and reduces ADHD symptoms intensity. We've explored the components of an effective bedtime routine, including setting consistent sleep and wake times, creating a wind down period, incorporating relaxing activities, optimizing sleep environment, and managing stimulants and timing. We've discussed practical implementation strategies, starting with small changes, using visual aids and reminders, regular reflection and adjustment, and building sustainable habits. We've addressed common challenges, such as difficulty unwinding, managing restlessness, and maintaining consistency. Key takeaways for success is start small and build gradually. Be patient with the process. Adapt strategies to your needs. Track what works for you. Celebrate small improvements. Remember that establishing good sleep habits is a journey, not a destination. It's about making progressive improvements, finding what works for you, building sustainable routines, and creating better sleep quality. Also, it supports overall well being. As we conclude our session on sleep hygiene for ADHD, I want to thank you for your engagement with this important topic. Creating better sleep habits is a powerful step towards managing ADHD symptoms and improving your overall quality of life. The strategies and techniques we've discussed today are meant to be adapted to your unique needs and circumstances. Remember that at Easy Does It Counseling, we understand that managing ADHD and sleep can be challenging, and we're here to support you in developing habits that work for you. If you find yourself wanting additional support as you implement these sleep strategies, our team of therapists are here to help. You can reach out to us at info@easydoesitcounseling.com. As you move forward with implementing these strategies, remember to be patient. Changes in sleep patterns take time. Progress isn't always linear. Small improvements add up. Second is stay consistent. Keep working on your routine. Adjust as needed. Return to basics when necessary. Third is listen to your body. Pay attention to what works. Notice improvement patterns. Trust your experience. And lastly, seek support. Reach out when needed. Share your challenges. Celebrate your successes. I want to thank you again for your participation today. Remember that developing good sleep habits is one of the most important investments you can make in your well-being. Every step towards better sleep is a step towards better ADHD management and improved quality of life. Take care and remember that better sleep leads to better days. We're here to support you on your journey to healthier sleep habits and improved ADHD management.